Well, we're going to start looking at what we have come in for the truck. We have the brake shoes. We have some parts to replace for the brake shoes. Oh, this is heavy. Yeah. We have the rear drum.
Oil filter.
We have an oil filter.
Distributor cap.
Distributor cap. We have another bag of springs for the back brakes. Another, it's the little adjustment for the brakes. As you back up, they adjust. And then we have another drum in here. So there's the two drums. That box is empty. So I'll set that down over here. So here's the rear brakes. So we're going to set that here as a grip for the rear brakes. Okay, there we go. There's the rear brakes. Now, there's the pads for the front brakes. We have a thermostat because we're going to replace that, because we noticed one of the things we had is we had a little bit of a temperature fluctuation, which you shouldn't be doing that. And I actually had a van that the thermostat was bad in it. I did not know it. Driving around in the city, you don't really notice it. But as soon as I took it on a trip, I drove from Omaha down to Kansas City, it started getting hot. So I'm constantly pulling over, trying to get new water in there because it's getting too hot, flushing it down. I didn't have the tools with me to go ahead and pull the thermostat out. So I had to limp it down there, and then on the way back, the motor started having problems. Water pump started leaking, so I ended up getting right back with somebody else that I was going down with. And a friend of mine pulled it back on the trailer. So that's what we had to do. So I want to make sure that is good. That should be replaced probably every couple of years anyway, just to make sure. So let's see if we can get these rotors out. And I'm going to try and dump these out. Okay, here's the rotors. One marked for left and right. Don't know if there's really any difference in them. These are, what are they? Ceramic, carbon fiber ceramic discs, and then they have the holes in here to keep it a little cooler. But that's the two rotors. So here's the front. We have an oil filter. We're going to put in some Castrol GTX. I've been using Castrol for a long time, and my wife's been using Castrol for a long time. We kind of like it. It works really nice. That's what I used in my Camaro all the time, and it had a pretty healthy engine in it. And now let's see what else we have here in this box. I'm going to hand the camera over to my wife to run. Makes it a little bit easier. So we have caliper for the front, another caliper for the front, so that should be the left and right.
Right.
And we have air filter.
That's
and more packing material. So that is it. Air filter will be really easy to change. The cap and rotor would probably end up doing plugs later, but right now we're not going to do that. It will run, but it's not going to stop very well. So let's go ahead and take a look at something I noticed over here. I noticed on this, when I was looking at this rim earlier, there was a little bit of rust in here. So I don't know. We'll have to check really close to see if there's something wrong with the rim. Want to make sure we look at that. that I don't know what takes these hubcaps just come right off. And we got 6 bolts here, so we're taking that off. So we're going to get this where we can work on it, because I don't want to put it on a jack stand on the dirt. That don't work too well. So that's our parts, and we'll come back and get ready to do the brakes and all the different pieces. So we'll end this video for now, and now we have a survey of what we have for parts to put on. So make sure you subscribe so you can see what goes on with the next one when we get the next part done.